Hello, YouTube world. Thanks for checking in the Khaliis take. I'm glad you was able to stop by where you hear the real take on the NBA. Now, please like, subscribe, leave any comments. Also, hit the notification bell for any future content so you can get it first. And please check out my other videos as well. I think you'll find the content to be intriguing. And leave any comments on those videos as well. I hope you enjoy the one I'm about to give you now. Seems like the party in Miami is here. Hey y'all, party in Miami where the heat is on. I mean, right now I say Miami's, playing good. They look refreshed. They look better. And I said before, to me, their most important player, maybe not their best player in some people's eyes, but their most important player is Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic is, like I said, he is lethal at hitting the shots that they need when they need them the most. And what I mean by that is, like I said, Goran Dragic is, I've said before, Goran Dragic is their closer. Jimmy Butler puts up the points at times, and Bam puts up points, but their closer is Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic hits the shots that they need at the right time. If you need a shot at the buzzer beater before halftime, Goran Dragic can hit that. Goran Dragic can hit the game-winning three as well. Goran Dragic can hit that if they're up by 2 points with like 50 seconds to go in the game, and they got the ball. They give the Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic to knock down that big shot or that big three or big two or whatever to put them up by 4 or 5 points to give them a cushion. Goran Dragic is their closer. A lot of people may not look at it that way, but that's just the way you have to look at it because this team is built off of what he brings. And on top of that, he plays hard on defense. He tries. He's not the best defender in the world, but he really tries on defense. And that effort goes a long way because that's what Jimmy Butler is made up of. Effort, hard work, willing to do the dirty work to get by. To get ahead, I should say. And that's where him and Jimmy Butler fit so well together, and their game complements each other because they both feed off each other in that way. And that's exactly what I want to see, transpire with Miami going forward. Because like I said, I like their team. I like what they have, but I like when they're all together. They need Goran Dragic. To me, in my personal opinion, just me personally, my take, Goran Dragic is almost just as valuable as Jimmy Butler is to that team. Because without him, they wouldn't be able to close games the way they do, and they wouldn't have that big shot taker, big shot maker if he wasn't there. I mean, even though they got Jimmy Butler, don't get me wrong, he can make and take big shots himself, but to have that extra help, that extra person who can do what you can do and knock them down at a pretty decent level, high level, that makes a huge difference. That opens up more lanes, that opens up more shots for Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, that opens up more leeway for Olynyk and, Bam, and it opens up more, it gives Jimmy Butler more one-on-one opportunities itself to score. So when you see that, when you see them play as a unit together, they're a pretty strong team. So I mean, would I be surprised if they got past, or let's say beat the 76ers to play the Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals? No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Because like I said, this team is built to play hard nose, hard grind, and do what you got to do to win. And that's the mentality you have to have when you're in the playoffs. That's what the playoffs is all about. The playoffs is not about who's the better team. The playoffs, the postseason in any sport is about who wants it the most. And when you play with that mentality like you want it more than the other team, you're probably gonna win that series because mentally you're better than the other team. Mentally, you're in a better mind state. You're in more of a hungrier mind state. You're in a mind state of, we need to win this series because we need to prove to the world and this other team, they may think they're better than us, but in reality, we know we're better than them. We know we're good enough to beat them, even though that team and the rest of the world, the media, doesn't think so. And that's just pretty much how the Miami Heat thrives. Because think about it, who picked them to go to the finals last year? Probably not you, probably not me. Me personally, actually, I had the Celtics going to the finals last year, but Miami went instead. Because the Celtics, to me, have a better team than Miami. I will take Goran Dragic over Kemba Walker any day. Kemba Walker is a lot of flash and all this stuff. crossovers and all that, but crossovers and flash, well, that doesn't get me to an NBA Finals, and that don't win me championships. And he's so wishy-washy on and off half the time. I don't even know what I'm getting out of Kemba Walker a lot of nights. But I do know when Goran Dragic is on the floor, I'm getting that hard nose, hard grind, just play hard on defense, knock down shots when he's open, and he is Miami's closer, as I've said before. When you need a closer in the game, give it to Dragic. He'll knock down that big three in the corner. He can do that. So, I take him, over Kemba Walker, but at the same time, that's probably the only matchup I would take, because when I think about Jason Tatum and when I think about Jaylen Brown, I mean, I said before, the Celtics have a better roster overall than Miami does, because the Celtics actually have a Jimmy Butler and Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's a Jimmy Butler, basically. He might not be quite as good as Jimmy, but he's basically like a Jimmy Butler. He's tough, hard-nosed, grinding, so they factor each other out. And then you got to think about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They are better players than anybody on Miami put together. So I thought the Celtics would win the championship, or not maybe win, but go to the championship last year, the NBA Finals, and they didn't because of what I just said. Miami Heat, they go into games knowing that they're not the most talented, but they know you're not going to outwork them. They know you're not going to outdo them on the court. They are going to give you 110% effort every night, no matter who they play. And that goes a long way in the playoffs. And this is why I said, now that Miami's starting to pick it up, play a little bit better, I think they need to be mentioned more in the Eastern Conference as a powerhouse, because right now they are the defending Eastern Conference champions. They're the last team we saw from the East go to the finals, so you have to give them credit. And like I said, Jimmy Butler's playing good. Goran Dragic is, back, and, he's playing good. And like I said, they're on a few game winning streak. And like I said, don't look now, but Miami might be one of the premier teams in the East before the season's out. So I'm proud of what they're doing. I like what they're doing. I hope they keep it up, because if they do, like I said, I can see them going, at least second, maybe third round in the playoffs. If Duncan Robinson could tighten up a little bit, Kelly Olynyk, and Tyler Hero, those three are really going to make the difference for that team, of course. So those three right there, if they play like they're supposed to, or at least decent, Miami can make some headway in the playoffs. Because I know what I'm getting out of Dragic. I know what I'm getting out of Jimmy Butler. And I know what I'm getting out of Bam. But at least two out of those three, between Kelly Olynyk, Duncan Robinson, and Tyler Hero, need to play significant, valuable minutes. If they do that in the playoffs like they did last year, they might find themselves in a better situation than even everybody else in the world thinks. Because I'm not sure many people picked Miami to go to the finals last year unless you're from Miami or you grew up as a Miami fan. That's probably the only way you pick the Miami Heat to go to, the finals. But hey, we're not going to worry about that right now. They're doing good. They're riding high. And like I said, it's partying in Miami where the heat is on. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, hey, I'm glad for them. I want to see them do good. I want to see them get back to where they were last year, because it's not good to see a team get that, to reach that status, and then all of a sudden look like they got a finals hangover or something like that because they haven't, excelled or got back to where they were previously. So I'm glad to see that. I'm glad everybody's playing good on there. I'm glad that they're actually picking it up, because they're actually, a team in the Eastern Conference that I actually keep an eye on a lot. So I want y'all to keep an eye on them. And as far as this video, you can leave any comments in the comment section. Please subscribe as well. Come back and, let's talk, let's engage in the Khaliis Take community. And let's just go from there. Look in the description also to see when my videos air every day, Monday through Friday. This is just bonus videos on the weekend. I definitely want to give bonus videos to the ones who come check me out and, check out my channel. I definitely want to, give back. So let's do this. And hey, until next time.